Here we are talking to Logan Metro FC's head coach, Luis Melgar. So how did you get involved in the club?
Yeah, it's a good question. Mate, I've been part of the club for roughly around 6 to 7 years now. Joined the club when they were still in Church League and started as a bit of a player. So throughout the years we progressed, the club's ambition started to grow and we eventually made it into Football Brisbane. I played there in the capital squads for a couple of years and then switched my attention to coaching, and that's where I'm at now.
And how did you turn the team around from last year to this year?
Yeah, look, I don't think it was too much to turn around. We finished the season prior to this one in quite good form. I think the disappointing thing for us for the previous season was the fact that the start of it cost us. There was a lot of ill discipline, inconsistency with the performances. So we made sure we went about retaining a core squad of players, making sure that we didn't have to repeat learning the lessons that we had learnt throughout the way, and put ourselves through a tough pre-season to make sure that we hit the ground running leading into 2019, and it proved to work quite well.
And how important is club culture to your team?
Yeah, it's a massive part of what makes us tick. I think as a club, firstly and foremost, trying to grow from where we've come from. The culture is essentially what gives people behind the scenes the drive to keep on going. The club's made it really clear to anybody who does get involved that they're getting involved in something special, contributing towards something that's actually bigger than what they are, and trying to put something positive back into the community that we play from. So it's a massive part of what makes us tick as a club.
And what was the mindset when you were facing high-ranking clubs in the Canali Cup and the FFA Cup this year? And was the approach different to when you're normally playing in your regular season?
The mindset was one of nothing to lose. We were drawn against opposition at every round of the FFA Cup that was playing in a higher division to us. Our structure and style of play didn't really differ too much when we were playing the capital teams, but we definitely needed to adjust to make sure that we weren't naive against BPL teams and eventually an MPL team as well. So we just needed to be a little bit more disciplined and structured in terms of when we chose to attack, and making sure we kept things a little bit more tight at the back.
And now that you've been promoted to Capital League 2, where do you think you can go from here?
We're not shy about sharing the ambitions of the club. Our dream, in line with our vision as a club, is to be able to provide a platform, a genuine platform and an alternative for players in Logan and the surrounding suburbs to play at the highest possible level. Next year, the goal is definitely to be pushing for promotion and continue to build on the success that we've got to hit that goal of BPL eventually.
And following this year's success, how will you go retaining the squad? And is there any new signings in the pipeline?
Look, in terms of retaining the squad, we've been lucky enough that we started a lot of the work before the season was even out to retain a lot of the core group. So we're pretty happy with the way things are tracking at the moment. And in terms of new players, yeah, there's a few things that we're working on at the minute. The really pleasing thing is probably building off the earlier question on culture. We've been lucky enough that in the off-season we've had a lot of players tap us on the shoulder rather than the other way around to try and get involved with what it is that we're doing. The most pleasing thing is that they're not only referring to the success we've had on the pitch, but they get what we're about and trying to be part of what we're trying to achieve. So that's probably the most exciting thing for me.
And what is one thing that Logan Metro FC does really well?
Look, one thing we definitely pride ourselves on is treating players, whether it be in the capital squad to the women's squad all the way through to the under-18s and the volunteers who are there. If you come in and you join our club, not only for the football side of it, but also to be part of the family that we eventually become. You spend so much time at the club. People who join understand very quickly what it is we're trying to achieve on and off the pitch, and they'll find themselves spending more time there than what they originally anticipated in a good way. So I think being able to treat players and club members more than just a number, like many other bigger clubs, eventually can easily slip into the trap of doing.
And the club has capitalised well from integrating players from refugee and local communities. How have you found this to benefit those players?
Yeah, it's a good question. So we definitely have done. Playing out of the area that we are, it's no coincidence or it's not by accident that there's a large pool of players who fall into that bucket as refugees who are looking for a platform, an affordable platform to ply their trade and to play football. But also they stick around because they feel like they're developing through their football. And one of the ambitions that I'm personally really looking to do is provide the development of our players as people through football. And there's, a handful of examples that we can easily point out that have joined us from the youth academies years ago, playing in the first team now, and we try to provide support to them and assisting them with their study, things like assisting them in looking for work. That's something that we're extremely proud of. Just building on that question that you've got there though too, I think that Logan Metro, we've got this perception that it's an exclusive club for refugees or for people of a certain background. It's great, and we've completely embraced the community that we're a part of. But I would really encourage anybody who actually wants to be part of the project that we're building, who is part of the Logan community or surrounding suburbs, but who just wants to come in, experience playing for a place that's enjoyable to be around, getting quality coaching, quality training, and a great bunch of people around you. It's not exclusive to just the refugees and the people who come through in that aspect. Doors open, arms open for people from all walks of life who want to come in and be part of the club, absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks for your time and good luck for next season.
No worries, thank you.